The Global Access Program, or GAP, is a 24-week international field study program matching teams of third-year, fully employed UCLA Anderson MBA students with technology companies all around the globe. We followed 2 teams on their journey.
This is the Kickoff Weekend for the GAP program. This weekend's challenge is getting the right 3 or 4 initial hypotheses so that we can distill it down.
A lot of the effort on the part of the student is gathering primary research information.
Essentially, we have this product, Things C. It is ready to go to market. There's fierce competition.
Yeah, I think the most important thing for this weekend is define the project clearly.
We move in a very systematic, careful fashion, gathering the data and on that basis coming up with recommendations.
Coming into the company launch event when you have literally 1.5 days to sit with your company and decide a focused objective, it can be difficult. The most important challenge is doing the right and focused primary research.
Team ETT is a mix of entertainment and technology specialists. Their client, an innovative Italian tech company, designs and installs augmented reality experiences for museums. They are looking to expand to new international markets. Team Haltion is a balanced group of professionals with a mix of high-tech, marketing, and communications backgrounds. Their client is a Finnish tech startup looking to bring a new Internet of Things product to market in the US. Teams Haltion and ETT are just 2 of 53 teams of MBAs who will each conduct a minimum of 150 interviews with all of the relevant stakeholders in the marketplace. This data will be used to define each company's immediate roadmap.
In the past 4 weeks since company launch, we've kind of dived right in.
We are at the point officially where we're supposed to turn in our research plan.
We've split up between primary and secondary research. The primary research is very important to validate the secondary research, so we wanted to do that as quickly as possible. Make sure that what people are saying in the real world is what we're finding online.
We are 4 weeks after the company launch. We've done secondary research. We've just started our primary research, which is interviews.
Both teams plan a rigorous primary research schedule, including travel outside of California and the US, where they will attend conferences to connect with key stakeholders in the target market. The teams will now conduct over 150 interviews, which will prove essential to ETT and Haltion's foreign expansion. They use this data to clear the fog for their clients and greatly improve their chances of success.
It's been a huge load off my shoulders. I can focus my own work on certain areas within the company, knowing that there is a group of 5 professionals doing something very valuable for us.
As a critical part of their research, 2 members from each team will spend a week in country at their client's headquarters, where they will analyze everything from operations to financials. This type of deep dive is crucial to their development of an actionable strategic new market entry plan for their clients.
Meeting with all the stakeholders, meeting with vendors, former customers, museum executives.
Nobody within this company has done this kind of research at this depth.
We've actually done really well in terms of our interviews. We had 74 interviews as a team. We're now at 90. We were at 94 last night. Today we probably broke 100.
After 3 months of primary research, each GAP team enters the final phase of their study, creating a strategic plan and financial model which will be presented to a panel of industry, market, and financial experts.
What we did back in July is light years away from where this deck is now. But the true value that they're going to take out of this is that primary research. We talked to what feels like everybody across, I think at this point 15 different industries. That primary research we provided them is something that they can act on in many different ways rather than just sort of the singular plan that we've put forward as well.
Just going through the rigor of this process, it's just an enormous help to the company. And we will not do that without the GAP program.
All of these efforts bring the team to their final mission: to successfully advocate for their client's expansion strategy in front of a panel of industry experts. Dennis and Corey will represent their teams as they present the findings.
We've interviewed 150 people. We also went to 3 conferences, including the virtual reality LA Expo, the International Council Museum, and the Museum Next Conference. We really think that this plan is feasible for ETT. They've shown, and we've shown, how they're capable of really delivering these high-value projects that are quite large and quite successful and important. We think that the market will continue tracking positively along these trends, and we can't wait to see them continue in their success.
We completed 151 primary research interviews in the course of this project. We attended 3 different conferences: the Intel Developers Forum, the Internet of Things Evolution Expo, and the Associated General Contractors of California Conference. We honed in on small to medium-sized companies as our target market. At this point, we're recommending that ThinkC should enter the US market, and I'll talk to you about how we arrived at that recommendation.
The GAP program closes each year on a high note. Students complete their MBA experience with a proven ability to execute, and their executives begin the next phase of their growth with unsurpassed preparation. GAP is a tie that binds all UCLA Anderson-FEMBA graduates and their company executives together through a common experience that they will remember for a lifetime.